Madam Speaker, I now want to debate on principle. First, there were two concerns about VAT in the country raised by the traders. The first was the threshold, which has been dealt with in the proposal from 150 to 250. They may have other arguments. We have heard that the proposal was to go to 500. The second concern was the rate itself, because we know in some countries, including within East Africa, some VAT rates are as low as 16%. So even 8, some, but I know of, at least I can speak authoritatively of ones I know, about 16%. In the processing of this bill, we had expected either the government or the committee to address us on those concerns. What is their take on the rate, which has been argued? Remember 2 years ago when the issues of the traders downtown came, one of the proposals they made was that VAT has to be revised from 18 downwards. And we have not had any report regarding that matter. That would be my concern. The second concern is the justification for raising it from 150 million to 250. The committee and the minister premises their argument that in 2015 was the last time that the VAT was raised. I have done simple calculations. You have not moved from 2015. Because in 2015, 150 million, if you compare to the rate, exchange rate, the dollar then, was around 3,098. And now we have about 3,700. It means for every 1 shilling of that 150 million, we now multiply by 600, which brings us to around 240. So I want to dismiss that it is not correct that you have actually improved or raised upward substantially. What you have done is just to equate the value of 150 million in 2015 to the current value, which is 250. That's why I will agree that perhaps the proposal by the minority of revising it way beyond 250 will have to suffice. The second point I would like to debate, Madam Speaker, is on the credit allowed by foreigners and Ugandan citizens under clause 4. Yes, I allow clarification.
My brother, Honorable Odur, when you propose 500 million Uganda shillings as turnover to be threshold, gives an impression that this trader is able to make a turnover of 41.5 million in a month. So the clarification I want from you is how many of these people are you envisaging, given the research or proposal, that would fall in that bracket?
Madam Speaker, if there was any strong justification I was looking for to show that the government has not done any research at all, is the submission of the chairman. This is exactly what this committee should have done. Because my argument, and I want you to get it, is that in 2015, 150 million of 2015 is exactly 250 million today. So if your argument is that you are raising the VAT threshold, it should be beyond just compounding it to bring that value, that past value, into the present value. So for me, the 250 million now is not any different from the threshold in 2015. And that's why I wanted the government to explain, are you just merely upgrading or equating the 150 million? That's the point I was raising. Secondly, I was talking about the distinction between the foreigner and a citizen in as far as clause 3 is concerned, the principle itself. I have seen that you want to allow a credit, allowable credit, and you have set 10 million US dollars for foreigners and 5 million US dollars for citizens. Of course, this should worry foreigners, Ugandans, who are soon might be called foreigners. But I don't want to go into that debate. But once you start coming into the law, and we are seeing you as bringing these terminologies between foreigners and now a citizen, and yet we know where we are heading, it should worry those who are living outside. But my point is, 18 billion shillings is not an easy amount for a citizen living here. I find it way too high. If you wish to allow a citizen who is going to construct a hotel within those 2 years, think critically. And I can
Thank
ask
you.
this